Okay, now this movie has been on my eye for a while. Sophie Thatcher, Jack Quid, or Jack Quad, I'm going to say Jack Quid, Megan Sorry, man, companion. This movie, towards the end of this movie, I was like, I might give this motherfucking thing a 10 out of 10. But then they did a couple things that a lot of movies do once they get to their ending and they start to bring other characters in that you haven't seen before. They just started doing a couple things where it's like, and then there was a couple other things that were like, man, I don't know, quite know about that. But you get Sophie Thatcher who's playing I don't know if I'm gonna remember Jack Quid's character's name. I remember Sophie Thatcher's character's name, Iris, but I might have forgotten his character's name. I want to say it was Patrick. I really want to say it was Patrick, but I might be wrong. So I'm just going to say Jack Quid's character. But Sophie Thatcher is playing a character named Iris, and she's very in love with Jack Quid's character, and they're going to meet Megan Story's character, and they're going up there, and they're going to have like a big friends gathering thing, and right off bat, why were they friends with that Russian guy? Like, why did that Russian guy really think they were his friends, you know? Like, that whole dynamic, I really wish that could have been explained, you know? How did this fit together? Because once the fuckery starts to happen, you can understand, like, okay, because they had to be like, there's no way these people were willingly hanging out with that old dude with no alternative motives or nothing. Like, I know he has, like, a cool cabin and shit, but, like, you know? Sophie Thatcher is such a great actress. And she has such a unique look, in my opinion. I know she's had, like, I know she was in an accident or something, and she said that she can't really watch old stuff, like her old stuff, because it really, like, messes with her head. But she, like, even now, like, I don't want to say something disrespectful, but I feel like the way she looks now, she's beautiful no matter what, but, like, she stands out in a great way. And I don't want to say, oh, she should appreciate that because it's her body. She can do what she wants to do. But I just want to say that she stands out now in a great way that is not. This is not something that should be looked at as a disadvantage or something that should be looked at as ugly. It's just she stands out. She has presence, you know. And as an actress or anyone in entertainment, having presence can be the difference maker. It can be what gets you anywhere you want to go, you know? And I feel like that's why she's so great in so many roles, because she has, like, this, like, her physical acting can get across so many things in such a way. Like, she even did it in that movie a couple months ago with, I'm not going to remember his name, so I'm going to stop. But you know the actor she was in, the character with, he's great. And she was great in that role, and now she's back with another role, and her physical acting is really, like, making the difference, and it's really getting a lot of stuff forward, you know? It's just putting stuff out there, and if you're a viewer or just paying attention, you can pick up on it. You know what I mean? You might not know what I mean, but she's just a great actress. And Jack Quid, he plays an asshole really well. And it's like, it's very, because, like, I'm sure most people that's know him from The Boys, and he plays Huey, who's just a. I can't remember how Maeve talked about him, but every time Maeve disrespects him, that is the most accurate description of Huey you're ever gonna hear. The way she shit talks him, that's Huey, you know. And he's just not that in this movie. He's just an asshole. And even before, like, the mask was off, he was telling her, just smile and do this and do that. You can pick up the vibes that this ain't the greatest guy, you know? And as the movie goes on, and you see all the bullshit he does and how he's willing to go to get to what, and it's like, I know some people are gonna, like, and that's good, and it's good to have this conversation. It's like, yeah, like, but, like, Sophie Thatcher's character is still a robot who's killing everyone. And I didn't really watch any trailers for this, like, other, like, when I didn't watch trailers, I didn't read reviews, I didn't read synopsis. I thought this movie was going to be about, like, I thought this was going to be like another Fresh type movie where, like, Jack Quid's character is kidnapping, like has her kidnapped, and she's a real human, and he just has her there, and they just never leave. And Megan Story's another kidnapped character, and I thought that was gonna be, but I guess I was. Once I get to the movie and saw, oh, she's a robot. It's like, oh, whoa, what? And that's why not knowing a lot about movies and not watching trailers, because let's face it, a lot of trailers aren't fucking good anymore. Like if it's a trailer for Superman, I'll watch it. If it's a trailer for Batman, I'll watch it. If it's a trailer for Jurassic Park, I'll watch it. If it's a trailer for Fantastic Four, I'll watch it. Because I know what I'm gonna get with those fucking movies. If it's a trailer for an action movie that's like got it like Jason Statham in it or The Rock, I'll watch it. Because I know I'm gonna get. You know what I mean? There's not much mystery there. You know? But with a movie like this, or a movie like Heretic, or a movie like Longlegs, or a movie like I'm just throwing out really thrillers and horror movies. Well, movies like that, I kind of like this. If it's not in my face, I'm not gonna actively go get in its face so I can know what's happening. I'm gonna keep my distance, and I'm just gonna go watch the movie. And that's why I'm like happy that I did that with Companion, because what this movie ended up being and what I thought it was on like the 20 to 30 second of trailers I was seeing before the other movies I was watching are totally different. You know what I mean? So I'm very happy that I didn't go out of my way to watch, to just get to know about the movie. But like I was saying, Sophie Thatcher's character, once it's revealed like that, like she's a robot, and like you can have like this great conversation, and I think it's very interesting to have. Like, yeah, like all these humans, like she's just trying to like be her, live, don't kill me, don't shut me down, like. But at the end of the day, no matter, like, she's still a robot. She's still not flesh and bones and blood in the real, like, the other characters that she was killing. No matter what they were doing to her, you can look at it like, if your fucking vacuum cleaner started attacking you because you wanted to throw its old ass in the trash can, would you really sympathize with that vacuum cleaner? Like, let's say you got pedophile, serial killer, serial rapist, serial everything versus a vacuum cleaner, and that vacuum cleaner kills that guy. Okay, that's the worst example ever, because I'm sure everyone will review, but like, okay, let's tone it down. Let's say you got a guy that robs a lot of banks but doesn't hurt anybody, trying to extort this vacuum cleaner so he can get money off of it, and the vacuum cleaner fights back, and the vacuum cleaner kills that robber. Do you think it's right for that robber for that vacuum cleaner to kill that robber? And do you really and if you don't, why do you think that? And if you think the other way around, why do you think that way? Like, you can have a lot of conversations that go one way to another way to another way to another. You know what I mean? And I think that's interesting. But it still speaks. But even though you can have that conversation, the way that Jack Quidd's character was acting about going about getting Sophie Thatcher's character of Iris shut down so he can get what he wants, it still speaks volumes about who he is as a person, because he's still doing all these things and putting all these things in motion for these people to get hurt by her. No matter how you feel about her, his actions and other people's actions next to his actions still put all that together for her character to be in a position to do that. You know what I mean? So it's like, if we're gonna have if there's gonna be more movies that talk about AI and robots helping out society that do kind of try to tackle it in the both ways of like, yeah, that's a robot, but at the same time, you're interacting with that robot, and that robot's acting based off your actions. So we still got to have a conversation about what's going on here and the humanity of it all. You know what I mean? And I think that's what Companion is. If I could summarize Companion is as this robot is, at the end of the day, the way this robot is acting off your actions, and the reaction is based off your action. Every action is based off your action. Every reaction is based off your first action, and now we got to talk about the humanity of all that. I don't know if that was clear, but let me try it again. Every reaction from this robot is based off your action, and now we got to talk about the humanity of that. And I think that's a good, you know. And then there's also the conversation of like, you know, don't just blindly love your partner. Abusive relationships are bad. Look for the signs. This, that. We should probably not be as attached to our devices and look at people more as people, flesh and bones, human to human, next to me, next to you, you know, that type of stuff. But yeah, towards the end, the thing that kind of bothered the first thing that bothered me when Sophie Thatcher realized what was going on and she ran away, they started to call the police, and then like they hung the phone up and went to look for her, and the police never came. And if you ever done anything involving the 911 number, if you're in America, you know them motherfuckers show up. You can fucking call, hang up. If they got an offer that they ain't doing fuck all, he's gonna come to your house. So I get that, like, even when she confronted that cop in the Tesla, and she switched her language to Russian so she could get around the fact that she couldn't talk. Was that guy going there, or was he just on patrol when he saw it? I don't know if we got any clear, because he knew the house and everything, but he never really got like consensus. Like, he never got told on radio, oh, it's someone that called from the house. So that kind of bothered me. When she got into the final fight with Jack Quidd's character, and she got like full autonomy and everything from the dude that worked at whatever that company was called. I can't remember it. It was something generic, but whatever the company was called. She got like that character. Like, what would have happened if Jack Quidd's character, like, we know he was fucked from jump. Like, we know he was going to be fucked regardless. But like, where did that guy go? What was that guy gonna do? You know, like, I always want those little strings tied up, you know? And those are the things that always stop me from giving movies I really want to give 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. And that's because I'm a picky type. That's just all I am. But, you know, and then we get to see Sophie Thatcher. Like, this is why I might want to, why I low-key might want a little sequel to this. Like, let's make a little, and if they do make a franchise of this, they probably will fuck up the lore and fuck up the conversation and fuck up what they were trying to do with this first movie. But I think it'd be very interesting, because you see Sophie Thatcher's character driving a little Mustang, and she drives to another car, and you see another person that looks exactly like Sophie Thatcher, and you goes back to that comment that one of the lab dudes from the company that made the robots come, like, oh, and that's why I didn't recognize this character, because he's an old model. And it's like, wait a second, does everyone have, like, are there only so many faces that you can use? You know what I mean? And it's like, it would be good to know, like, how the whole ins and out of how everything works. But maybe it's not worthy of a franchise type thing. You know what I mean? But Companion, I'll give it a 8 out of 10. You know what? I give it 8.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed this movie, and I am gonna rewatch this in the future when I do have a chance. I'm gonna rewatch this movie, because I just like it a lot, and I like the actors in it, and I think they really, really did the best they could. And I think it just came across on screen with a great movie, a great story that you can start a great conversation from, a great, interesting conversation from. Because we know AI is only getting more integrated into our society, into our learning, into our workforce, into everything. You know what I mean? Into our art. So, yeah, Companion, 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10. Peace.